So, do you have any questions regarding yesterday's session?
No, I don't have any questions. I have downloaded that. Sorry, I got that software.
Okay.
I need to try that applications today.
Mm-hmm. Okay, try it.
Yeah, yeah. Today I'll try.
So today we'll discuss about MEL. So some of the samples we'll see again that MEL, Mule Expression Language.
Okay.
In this example, I have multiple flows are there. If you see here, so like in creating flow 1 and then creating flow 2, like that multiple flows are there. So each
Mm-hmm.
is nothing but different scenario. So we'll see how we'll use that MEL language in this. So I'll explain that part. So many scenarios
Okay.
are there. So first one is just payload. So user will send some query parameter. So we are receiving that.
Okay.
So how we'll receive it? There is a syntax called message dot inbound properties of HTTP query params dot username. So because user enter some query parameter. So how it will look like query parameters means see this here, this is nothing but a query parameter. So can you see my browser, right? So after question mark whatever I kept equal key equal to value. There's a username equal some from I'm keeping something like this. So this is nothing but a query parameter actually. So whenever we'll expose that endpoint, so we are expecting some query parameters. So from the client, after question mark, whatever you are saying that username equals some from, so this is nothing but query parameter. We can send multiple also. So how will send while sending multiple parameters, we can use some and symbol actually. You can keep it on symbol. So some password equals something like this. Small case normal. So this is we can send multiple parameters also based on requirement. So this is nothing but a query parameter. So whenever user enter that query parameter, how will receive that query parameter? So for that we are using here. There is a Mule expression language. In that Mule expression language, I just drag it here. There is a set payload. There is a set payload. That one. In the set payload, so we are getting dynamically. So whatever user enter, so that we are getting dynamically. How will get it? This is a static one. Whatever you enter, same thing as it is, it will display. After that, see this, there is a syntax called hash. So here we need to get the dynamic value. So now we are getting raw, right? Tomorrow we'll get something else. Whatever the user will enter, that value you have to get it actually. So it means it's a dynamic value. Based on that key, we are getting the value of that. So that's why we have to keep it. This is a Mule expression hash square bracket. So within that, so this is Mule expression MEL. So message means whatever you are getting, right? Whatever you are getting, either now this is a get request actually. So tomorrow we are hitting post request or else put request. So that time we are getting some data actually. So that is nothing but a message. So in the message, if you see here, so this is a nothing but implicit object kind of thing actually. If you see, you aware of JSP, right? Java server pages in Java. So some of the implicit objects are there. So what is meant by implicit object? So no need to define any object actually. By default, object is there like page request to response. So did you heard about this? So these are by default objects actually. So here also no need to define any object already there actually. So message dot, that is internal built-in actually. So message dot inbound properties of, so there is nothing but a query parameter. So that's why http dot query params of what username. You are clear? So this is the syntax. I'm trying to get the query parameters. So if it is a URI parameter, in place of that query, it will change URI parameter. So what is the difference between URI parameter and query parameter? If you send like this, this is nothing but a query parameter. After question mark, so there is a key equal some value. Suppose I'm sending like this. Directly I'm sending from, or else one at one I'm sending. So this is nothing but a URI parameter. So that time how will fetch it? Hash square bracket as the same message dot inbound properties of http dot URI params dot URI params dot that particular actually. There is no this is not required actually. Yeah, anyway, user will enter, right? User will, whenever will give some box or some set test box, something kind of thing will get it. User will enter it actually. So means I'm talking about RAML console. So in the RAML console, whenever you will give URI parameter, the box will come actually. So in the box he will enter. That time we'll call it actually, but yes, we can keep it this username also. So that time what happened? First 101 is nothing but a username. Like whatever other value, you can add query parameters also here if you want anything like that. So you can add query parameters also like this. After and symbol, you can add something like this, different value, password equals something like this. But you can't enter in the password here. But I'm just testing for sample purpose I'm saying. But people won't enter password in the URL. You are clear. If you entered also, they will convert into some encryption format. Then they will give it. You are clear. So this is nothing but a query parameter, and then this is nothing but a URI parameter. But so here, yeah. So but here we can't enter directly single shot. But we can check in debug mode. So yesterday I was showing some symbol, right? Mule expression language. So that will choose it. I mean, we can't enter directly. If you know very well, then we can enter directly. If you not, then there is a symbol while after developing debug mode, we'll get some symbol actually. See, if you see here, evaluate Mule expression language. Can you say this?
Okay.
Control
Yes,
Shift
yes.
L is a shortcut. So when you click that, so there is a pop-up will come actually. So that will come
Okay.
only debug mode. So now disable it. See this. All symbols are disabled. All symbols got disabled. So whenever you are in debug mode, that will enable that evaluate Mule expression. You can click that. You can check it actually is that syntax is correct or not. Once correct, it was displaying the value, then you can copy that syntax. Then you can keep it. So clear.
Mm.
I will show you that one. So I'm just keep it a debug mode, toggle breakpoint here. I'm just stopping there. I'm just running in a debug mode. So debug as Mule application. Okay. Okay, so deployed successfully. So I'm trying to hit the request. So I'm sending something. Okay, so greet one is a context path. Local host is the host name. The next one is port number slash context path. So means nothing but a base path, whatever you are given under HTTP connector. Next one is query parameter. So we need to segregate with question mark symbol. Then I'm trying to hit it. So see this request came. Suppose I don't know what was the syntax of this. So that time you can see here actually. There is a
Mm.
pop-up will come whenever I click this X plus Y symbol kind of thing is there now. So you can click that and I will get this pop-up. In the pop-up, so already this is under hash square bracket. And this is exclusively for only Mule expression language. We can check it actually running mode, debug mode. So here we can check it actually. What was the message we are getting? What was the payload we are getting? We can check it actually. Message dot. Then ours is inbound properties. So actually message contains, if you see here, message contains multiple parts. So three parts basically under that message. I will explain actually message structure. There is a concept is there. That time I will explain you. Message have three parts basically. Inbound properties and then outbound properties and then attachment. You can send some attachment also. If you want to send some CSV attachment, then they can send it actually. So once he send it, we need to receive that, right? How we'll receive it? Message dot attachment, message dot inbound properties, message dot outbound properties. So here we can't change inbound properties. Actually, it's kind of it's a immutable. Now, what is meant by immutable? So once
Sorry?
you message dot inbound properties, inbound properties nothing but a immutable. We can't change the value actually. So that's why we can
Mm.
call it as immutable. Okay, so inbound properties what happens. Oh God. So message dot inbound properties, you can see multiple inbound properties. So many inbound properties are getting. So in this,
Mm.
what is our query parameter? You can choose it. So how will choose it? Query parameter. We can check here also. So what query parameter we are getting? So see this here somewhere else HTTP query parameter. See this. This is our query parameter. You can copy this HTTP dot query parameters. So you can keep it here. So dot what is our query parameter? So you can mention here the username. It should be in single quote. See h2.query pyramids. It's a single value is getting, so you can see clearly here. So it is getting like a map actually. So that means nothing but a key value pair kind of thing, right? So we have to pass the key. What was the key here? Username. So dot username. Then you can get the value. See here. This is the value. So this is the first we have to check the syntax. If everything is okay, it was displaying, then I can keep it here.
Okay.
Understood? That is a one way. So you can see here also there is a Mule debugger is there, no? Can you see this Mule debugger? Click that Mule debugger. You can see here also what was the inbound properties we are getting. So see this here clearly mentioned size 1 is there. What was the size 1? So there is nothing but a username equal to some problem. We're getting that, so you can see directly actually, so it's really you're getting the value or not. You can see in the inbound properties, similarly outbound properties. So now nothing is there outbound properties. Okay, and variables.
Okay.
So if you define any variables in the flow, so then we can see under variable section like that session variable. So two types of variable, three types of variables I told you, like record variable and flow variables and session variable. So if you define any variables, you can see here actually that variable is getting or not, you can see it. Similarly, so we are clear, right? Inbound properties, you can see if any inbound properties are there. So like see, these are all your browser information actually. Sometimes if you want to take from which browser user trying, you can track it actually, right? That information you can see here. So then context path, what is the context path, what is the host is trying, then what is the URI, means total URL. So you can take whatever you want actually in this URL, I mean if you need it. So then similarly here if you see payload, we're not sending any payload, right? So payload is nothing but we are hitting to the server. Actually here, according to REST calls, we have different types of request actually. First one is get request. Next one is post request. Then delete. Then put. So this is the major frequently used request types. And delete. So whatever I tried just now, that is nothing but a get request. I'm trying to get the information from the server. I'm trying to hit so username equal to Ramo. So whenever I'll hit it, so I'm trying to get some information from the server, from the Mule actually. You are getting. So that is nothing but a get request. We're not giving any information to the payload actually. I'm just giving query parameter in the URL itself. So next one is post. Post means I want to hit some data to the server, right? Like so I'm trying to create an opportunity. For that time we need to pass some opportunity information like opportunity name, then opportunity quantity, like that. Some of the fields we need to fill it. Then you have to send it as a JSON, as a XML. Means we are hitting some data to the server. So based it should take the data, then it will create accordingly. Understood? Means we are giving some data to the server. We are hitting some payload to the server. So that is nothing but a post request. You are clear? Difference
Okay.
between get and post. Get means we are getting some information from the server or else from your middleware. You are expecting some information. Next one is post. So I want to hit some data to the server. I want to insert some record into the database. Means we are giving some data to your middleware. You are clear. So that is nothing but a
Yes.
post request. So next one is put. According to post, I already created the opportunity in the Salesforce or somewhere else in the database. So I want to update the request. So once you create that opportunity, we'll get some unique ID, right? So after
Yes.
successfully creating the record, we'll get some information, right? So means what? Already there that unique ID in the database. So I want to update that opportunity. Suppose I order some 100 adapters. So I don't want 100 adapters. I want only 50 adapters. Means what? opportunity already there. I want to update it, right? You're clear.
Yes.
So we need to
Yeah.
send that opportunity ID in the flow. Then we have to update it. First we have to get it, then we have to update it.
Okay.
So clear. So already existing request we are trying to update it. So that is nothing but a put. Next one is delete. I don't want that opportunity. I want to completely delete from the database. You are clear.
Okay.
So once create the opportunity, that opportunity somebody will call, then we will track it. So it will take some time, right? So suppose I order some 1,000 adapters, so they don't have, they start the manufacturing. You are clear. So next, I don't want when people, some customer people will communicate with you. So your order will deliver, so these many days it will take. Then meanwhile you can update. I don't want that 1,000 adapters. I want to update it. Then you can update it. You're clear. So next
Yes.
one is I don't want that order also. I want to delete it. Then you can delete it. You're clear. So you
Okay.
are creating the order. You are. I want to see my order information. So you can get it. You can give some opportunity ID, whatever the order ID you are giving. Then fetch the details.
Okay.
Then create a new orders. Then update existing order. Then delete existing order. So these are the frequently used method types. Is it clear? So then
Yes. Yes.
here whatever I am trying from the browser, that is nothing but a get request. I am
Okay.
passing my username so that I am trying to get some information. So here we can send post, put and delete methods through browser. Clear. We can send only get a request. Okay, now. So
Mm-hmm.
how will send post request, then get delete and put request. So they gave some third-party apps to the browser actually. This is the Postman. Whatever the rest calls, you
Okay.
can try it. We can send different operations. If you see here, there is a list of operations. So get is there, post
Mm-hmm.
is there, put is there, delete is there. These are the frequently used. Other methods also there actually, like patch. Patch also almost put only. Then head, like this, so many methods are there, but frequently used methods are get, post, put, delete. That's it. Okay, now so
Do
if
we
you
need
want,
to?
tell me.
No, this is like any third party app, right? Do we need to integrate in Mule?
Yes, exactly. So here see this, whenever you add that plugin to the browser, that will come here. These are all nothing but a plugins to the browser, right? You can search
Yes.
for Postman client for browser, Chrome browser.
Okay.
Okay. Postman REST client for Firefox or else Chrome. Just add it. See this? This is the, you can click here. You can add it. I already added. That's why it's a displaying here. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Your plugin will come, click that and you will add to Chrome. Can you see this
Okay.
option? Add to Chrome, that will add to your Chrome browser, and then it will appear here, then click it, that will open like this.
Okay.
Clear for writing, for hitting the post request and put to request and delete all this, we're trying to this actually.
Okay.
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 So means that time whenever it post will come, we are hitting some information, right? So the body should come. So means we are giving some information. I will explain today. So one request through this you can able to understand. Okay, now you are clear, right?
Okay.
Types of request. So get, post,
Yes, it's clear.
delete. So when we'll use which method, we should aware it actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so where we are, then we are in debug mode, then that's it. This is a way actually. So as a developer, we should know debug mode. We should aware all these things actually, because our job will easy. So if you see this, all these things, suppose you added some variable, but that is not filling, that is not coming here. If not coming means you did somewhere else mistake, otherwise it should come here. Understood?
Okay.
So we can see here like payload. You are sending some payload, but you are not getting. So a null payload you are getting. If any payload you will get, you can see here directly what type of
Okay.
payload you are getting. So it's an array, or else it's a string, or else it's a something else. You can see here clearly. Any exception come also you can see here actually exception. What type of, so something wrong in an flow. You did some MEL is a wrong syntax, right? So that time it will give some expression runtime exception. Some exception will throw it actually. That exception also you can see here. What is the culprit? What was the cause of that exception? You can see here. Is
Okay.
that clear? So that
Yes,
is
yes.
the thing actually. I'm just click resume it. See.
So like in Eclipse, will it show any error type of kinds like exceptions? Okay, we can see from debug mode or somewhere else. So usually in Eclipse, whenever we are writing some code, it will show some errors if we are doing any mistake. So like the way in Mule also, or else anything,
You were talking about compilation errors, runtime errors.
whatever. So for example,
It will show you
here
compile error.
from
Suppose
payload.
yeah, you did some wrong mistake. You introduced some Java transformer, right? So you did
Hmm.
mistake in the Java transform means Java class. So it will show you compilation error. It will show you while building. So
Okay.
that's what actually here I'm not build the code separately. So because here automatically build is happen build automatically. Anything is wrong, it will show you. If it is related to compilation error, it will show you. If it is a runtime error, so when you will see, whenever you hit the output, that time only you can see. You're clear, right? We
Yes.
have
Yes. Yes.
types of errors actually. So what is meant by error? So error is nothing but, so we should resolve the thing actually until unless we can't go next level. You're clear. So here
Yes.
we have a two types actually. So compile and then runtime. So compile is nothing but when once you will get that error, we should resolve it actually. Until unless we can't go next level. Yeah, clear. But whereas in
Hmm.
runtime, so no need to resolve it actually. We can throw it. We can throw it also, right? So it's nothing
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
so runtime. That is nothing. Runtime is nothing but an exception. We have different types of exceptions actually. Again, built-in exception, user-defined exception. We can create our own exception also. Clear.
Okay.
What is the
Yes.
different actually? If anything compilation error is there, it should show you. So that time it won't build it also. Understood? Anything is compilation
Hmm.
issue is there, it won't deploy it successfully until unless you resolve that issue.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, no? It will show you. See, this build, this Anypoint Studio was building on top of the Eclipse only. So whatever the Eclipse features are there, already they are in Anypoint Studio. Apart from that, some more extra features they introduce it.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
no? So that is
Yes.
the thing. So there is a first one, great one. Then this is a syntax. Okay. So the syntax is for getting inbound properties. Inbound properties are immutable. We can't change in future. That's a fixed value. So we can't change it. That's why we can call it as a immutable values, inbound properties. Message contains three properties. One is inbound properties, another is outbound properties, another one is attachment. Inbound properties means whatever you are getting from the URL, from the client, from the consumer, that is nothing but a inbound properties. Whatever you are sending to the target system or third party system, so we are also so need to send some parameters to the target system. That is nothing but a outbound parameters. You're clear. Outbound properties.
Yes.
And then other one is attachment. Whatever you are getting attachment, nothing but some CSV file. He attached it. He is sending. Client was attaching and he is sending. That is nothing but attachment. So that is also getting based on the message. Okay, so that's the thing, message structure. Okay, that is a first sample application. Next one is we'll say greet 2. So what it contains, greet 2 again. So we discussed already choice component. So it is
Yes.
used for routing purpose, right? So based on the condition. So here is my HTTP connector. Then I just kept a greet 2 is my base path. Next one is here localhost and 8015 is the port number. So then here next one is once we get the query parameter, so here I'm checking the condition message dot inbound properties of whatever you are mentioning. This is a dynamic value, so that's why you have to mention hash and then square bracket. So the message dot inbound properties of whatever the query parameter you are getting, that query parameter dot username equal to empty. That I'm checking the condition here. If this condition is satisfied, it will go here, this flow. If apart from that, there's the other one is default. Then if it is a default, if you are not, sorry, if you're sending some value, so then it will go to the default. Then this value will execute it. So we're clear, right? So next one is if you enter empty value, then it will go here. I'm trying to display here. No user name found provided. So next one, if you send the value, so through the query parameter, then it will display here. I'm trying to display that value.
Okay.
Okay, no? So what was the change here? So greet 2. So there is a different context, different base path. First, we'll see negative scenario. I'm not sending anything. See this, no username provided. Okay, no? If you send some value, so then we will get that value. Means what happened here? First we will check coming here, and it will check the value. Based on that value, it will route it actually. Understood. This is
Okay.
also we are checking Mule expression only. Here we are using Mule expression. Then for displaying the data also we are using Mule expression. That query parameter as it is.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So coming to third one. Coming to third one. Again, so I'm keeping some HTTP connectors. So these are, if you see here, different flows. All are main flows
Mm-hmm.
only. So all main flows are having some inbound connectors, then outbound connectors as a combination of message process. Okay, so
Okay.
next one is greet 3. Greet 3. So what I'm doing here, I'm introducing new components here. There is an expression. There is an expression. And just keep that expression here. See here what I'm doing here, flow vars dot username message dot inbound properties of username. I'm getting that username. I'm keeping I kept in a variable name called username.
Okay.
You are clear. So generally, if you
Yes.
want to create a variable, then you have to use set variable here. Means flow variable you have to drag and drop here, right? Can you see this
Yes.
variable? So you have to use it.
Yes. Yes.
There is another one also there. So that is nothing but a expression. Uh, Here there is expression. See here expression is then a component. So here we can define multiple variables at a time. You are clear. So
Okay. Yes.
if you choose variable now, so what was the difference here? So what was the difference here? If you drag and drop this variable, you can set only one variable. You are clear. So set a variable,
Okay.
then we can set only one variable. But my requirement is I want to keep multiple variables. I want to define multiple variables in a single shot.
Okay.
Clear. So then,
Yes.
so that time you can use this expression. In that expression, how
Okay.
many variables you want, you can write keep on. It will support the Java code also. We can check any condition, we can bring the payload here, we can play accordingly. Okay,
Okay.
so that's the difference. You can pass the file also. Some attachment I'm sending from where, from the local host or else some. So if you select here, so browse option will appear. You can pass it actually.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what the difference between expression and the variable. So here I'm using expression. Whenever I'm getting that query parameter, I'm trying to assign to this. Okay, so
Okay.
next level is wherever you want to use it, then flowvars dot username you have to use it. Then I'm trying to display that output here. See here, this is what component it is. Set to payload again. Message dot inbound properties of HTTP query params of username. Okay. Next one is
Okay.
I'm getting as well as age. Multiple query parameters I'm getting here. So next one is okay. I'm checking condition here. So you are entering username and then age. Okay. So then
Okay.
greater than 18. Message.inbound properties of greater than 18, so it will display it actually, otherwise it won't display it. I'm just checking the condition actually. Once you get the age now, I'm just checking the condition actually, greater than 18 or not. So once this satisfied, then I'm keeping a file. This is also a new component. So there is a FTP. There is a FTP here. I just drag and drop that FTP here. File transfer protocol. So what was the use of this file transfer protocol? So whenever you are getting the record, right? So what you are getting, so username and age we are getting, right? So once you are getting, I want to keep it in a file. You are clear.
Okay.
I want to keep
Yes.
it in
Yes.
one file, flat file, whatever it is. I want to keep it in a file outside, text file. So that we have to give this a configuration actually, FTP. So FTP, we have to give the path actually where you want to store that file. That path we have to give it actually. You are clear?
Okay.
The path you have to
Yes. Yes.
mention, then pattern. So there is another metadata configuration also. So right directory means permissions kind of thing. If you want to give that permission, you can add all these things actually. Where you want to
Okay.
read it, where you want to write it, work it, all these things you can add it. But as of now, just I am storing that file actually. So once you get the record right, username and age, I want to store into file. So we have to give the path where you want to store that file. That I gave already. So that the data personal it should generate that file. You are clear. So next one is
Yes.
finally I'm trying to display it. So how will display it? Flowvars.username. So where you create this flowvars.username under expression.
Okay.
I'm just calling that flowvars hello of expression language flowvars.username. Okay, here in this
Yes.
so two components new, remaining all are same. So this expression is the new component. Another one is this is a file. Okay.
Okay.
So let me run this. So you have to send multiple parameters for this. Then grade 3 username. What is this? So grade 3 username and password. See this. I'm sending like username equal to your name. So next one is under. This is a separator between multiple query parameters. So grade 3 username equal to your names, then age equal to 15. So then this time what happened? That's got executed. It should generate one text file, right? Where it will generate under personal folder I give. See this? You can see date dot
Yes.
dat
Yes.
file generated 7:30 a.m. can you open this?
Hmm.
See this, your name 15. What was this?
Okay, that's false.
Means
Maybe that condition is not
yes,
wrong.
exactly. So greater than 18, it should be true. If it is less than 18, right,
Hmm.
condition got failed. That's why it is displaying
Yes,
false. You are clear?
yes, yes.
That is the thing actually. Finally, it will display that payload also. Okay. Na? Here we can give pattern also. What type of file it will generate? We can mention here actually. Pattern of the file. Okay. So that is about file FTP. So next one is what? These are all what the MEL expression related only. So next one is greet 4. So in this what you are doing, again new component in this flow. This is you are aware now. So what was this? Expression, right? In the expression I just create a one flow variable as it is like previous. Then I'm setting the condition here, setting the condition here,
Hmm.
same thing. Not checking the condition, I'm trying to just display two values, username and then age. So next one is what? So this is nothing but a DataWeave. So DataWeave, this is a new
Okay,
component again. So what is the, so my requirement is I want to convert from so whatever you are sending data, I want to display in a CSV format. Output should be
okay,
CSV format. You are giving some data in the browser, right? Username and some age, right? So previously how it will
okay,
display in the dat file it will display, right? But my requirement is I want to display that value in the CSV. In the CSV it should be one record. Okay now.
okay,
So see this. This is what was the functionality of transform in our syllabus. There is a data wave 1 and 2 is there. So we'll go deep level, separate concept is there. So while using data wave. Data wave is nothing but
okay,
a transform message. Will transform data into one format into another format. Okay, so
okay.
that's a
It's a
usage
new
of
format.
transform. It means data wave.
So it can be any format or only CSV.
Any format. That's what I'm saying. So I want to JSON. You can keep it output as a JSON. Whatever format you are
Okay,
expecting, that format you will change it. That too we can map it actually. You are getting some fields, right? Here if you see I'm
yeah,
getting username and age, right, from the user.
yeah,
But if you see
yes,
I'm mapping the data to other fields, username, age and age underscore off. Means we are mapping
okay,
to input fields. Input fields means we're getting data from the user. I will take that input fields. I'm trying to assign to other fields, right? We are trying to map
yeah,
it. So suppose
okay,
we are trying to create an opportunity with some fields like whatever the user enter in the interface, he will enter some data. You will click the submit button. So where we need to insert that, that should be inserted in database. The database columns will be different. Understood? What you are
okay,
sending like username, something like this. Username, U small and N capital. Next one is something like opportunity name, opportunity value, like that we are sending. But we're not sure these fields should be same in the database columns. Might be it will different, right? Understood?
yes,
You're getting
yes,
my point, right? What I'm trying to say,
yeah, yeah,
your input column is name is different than output.
okay,
So that time we are mapping here. We are mapping, we are taking the input and we are giving it to the outside, I mean output field we are map it. So this is
okay,
the uses of this transform. Once is whatever you format converting, that format you have to give output application slash CSV or else whatever the format, application slash JSON, application slash TXT, something like that. So all it will support MIME types, all MIME types. MIME type means if you see anywhere else, MIME type will be displayed. See here MIME type is there now. So what type of data you will display next level? You are clear?
Okay.
What
Yes,
type of
yes.
data you will display next level? You choose it actually. So that type of data will display it. Suppose if you
Okay.
choose application slash Java, next message processor of that, next component of that value type is what? Java format, Java type.
Yeah.
Understood?
Hmm.
Similarly here, these are
Yes, yes.
all types of data, na? HTML, CSV, PNG. Like here also, so in the transform, in the DataWeave or else transform, you can call any term. So here we can pass that value, output, which type of value we are expecting.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, next one is username is I just map the data. Okay. After that, what I'm trying to do, I'm just save that information into folder.
Hmm. Okay.
I'll give some path. Where you want to store it. I'm just giving the path. Okay. That is also under personal. In the
Okay.
personal. Okay. That should store in the personal. Let's see. After that, what I'm trying to do, I want to convert from, I want to display that information into the payload. So after converting transform, the data format got changed actually. So that's why if you want to display in the payload, that should
Hmm.
be visible format, right? So if it is the transform written byte array format actually. So that's why we are converting it to byte array to string, then we are trying to display it. I'll show you in debug mode how what type of data we are getting.
Is it the default one?
Yes,
Converting into byte array?
after transformer, it will return the array format actually. So that is a built-in component only. No need to write anything. Just drag and drop here in the
Hmm.
palette. Byte array to string option is there. Most of the components are there
Okay.
actually here. Byte array
Hmm.
to string. Byte array to object, byte array to serializable, byte array to mime. So based on requirement, you have to choose that which format you want. Okay. So this is
Okay.
grade 4, right? Okay, through Postman I will try to hit it. This is he's expecting username and username. Okay, same thing but to grade 4. Here I'm changing this. Okay. Oh, I didn't keep the debug. Okay, so we got it. Then click here. Click here. Now see the payload. See what was the payload you are getting? Payload size got 2.
Hmm. Two.
See here we are getting payload here. It contains size is 2. So see this first is age, second one is username.
Yes.
You know. So then what type of value you are getting? Hash map.
Mm.
Okay, so then I'm trying to transform it. So here after transform, see this, after transform what type of data is there? See this, that is in the form of byte array. Byte array.
Oh. Mm.
Here. So if you want to display that byte array directly in the set payload, it will give error actually because it allows only string, your payload.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you have to convert that
Okay.
byte array into string, then we are giving to the payload.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, payload will display on the browser. So another thing, it should display CSV here, right? Group by type. Where is the CSV? 741 dat file is giving. Okay, just we'll see I'm giving empty. I'll store in this. Where's the value? Oh, it's not showing. Here is mentioned 1 KB. So my data is came actually converts is transaction complete transaction of general.
Is there anything wrong in debug and see the front end.
Syntax is incorrect. Actually, there we kept condition. I didn't see. So here is the condition is there, no? If the condition is
Yes.
satisfied, then it should add it actually. But
Mm-hmm.
it's not that CSV. But it's creating a flat file again.
Yeah.
Now see this.
Yeah.
Problem is actually I didn't see the condition actually. So we are sending less than 18, right? Less than 18, right? So then that time it won't create because before that we are checking the condition in transform. Understood?
Okay. So it was
Yeah, here is the
like
problem. So here we are checking the condition actually. If it's satisfied, then it will display it actually. Otherwise, it won't display in the CSV file. Okay.
okay. Okay.
So that is the way to store that. So means we are sending the pattern actually. So we have to give the pattern. What type of pattern we want to give it, then accordingly it will store the information in the pattern. This is the pattern type. CSV or JSON, whatever it is. That is a grade 4. Next grade 5 is what? Grade 5 is similar thing. Username, then again we are storing the uh, where this is also same actually. We are giving file pattern, we are storing into the information into the file. Nothing is difference in this. Yeah, but the difference is here. We are so previously we are enter the data through browser, right? So but here
Yes.
we can give XML also. Through XML also we can pass the data actually. So that is the difference in this.
Okay.
So how we'll take it while getting the XML. So previously we saw that if you get through query parameters, you can use query parameter now. But here, if you are sending a username and then all are in one XML, right? From that XML, you have to take that username, right? So that time you have to use
Yes. Yes.
XPath of
Okay.
user slash username dot text. So means there is a root element and that subroot element. It's XML is like that now.
Okay.
We'll show you that
Mm-hmm.
XML also. This is XML actually. We pass that XML here. So it should not spaces and should not be there. So this is a user is a root element, right? Under that root element, we are giving username. So that username we are
Okay.
getting. So how we'll get it? Based on the XPath. So if it is a XML, we have to get based on the XPath. I want to get this value. Test is my username now. So I want to get that value. So we have to use that XPath under expression component. So not only expression component, wherever you want you can use that expression language, Mule expression language, but based on XPath you can able to get that value. Okay, you have to frame like this. Then here you can mention application type as an XML. Here option is there in the Postman. You can choose XML. Why still getting error? Okay, so username, then age, then close username. So
Okay.
here I'm trying to get based on the text path. If you see here, X path of user slash username. So that root element and then subroot element you have to pass it. So then whatever the value contains username, that's the username, that value will get it. You're clear?
Okay.
So when you
Okay.
use this XPath, whenever you want to get the data from the XML, then you have to use XPath.
Okay.
Okay, just store that again. We are trying to get that username and store into the username. Then next level is all common actually. I'm just displaying the payload. Then we are mapping into the CSV. Then we are storing into the file. Then sorry, wait for. So we are storing into the folder. Then finally displayed it actually. I will show you. I will keep it debug. What you are getting, we'll see. Grade 5 of this. I'm using Postman here, so whole thing is not required. Just grade 5. We are sending some information, right? So that time what we need to use post means we are hitting some data to the server. So we have to use post.
Okay.
Then click here. Okay, now. So give me a moment. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to hit the request through Postman. Where is this?
Sorry?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get you.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit the request through Postman because we are sending some post information now. So that's why you have to choose the method type is post. Okay.
Okay.
So in the body you have to some information. If you choose get, that body won't come because you are not sending information when you choose get. Now it is a post, right? So we are sending some information. This text area will come actually. So then that too header also will come. See here, application slash XML, right? We are sending XML, right?
Okay.
That's why header also added. Then hit the request. So here based on the export we are trying to get it. So see here in now payload should contains value. Okay, now user attribute because it's XML. That's why it's displaying like this. You clear?
Okay. Okay.
You can see here also what was the inbound value. See username attribute is the content. It was trying to load all the parameters actually.
Okay.
Node names, element names, or to might be it's internally it will generate all. Okay, anyway, so we should get the value here. So username should get it. Click next. So it's like same thing only, like above only, but difference is only we are getting from the XML. That's the difference. Previously we are getting from URL, right? In this case we are getting through XML. That's what the difference.
Oh,
Remaining all same. We are
okay.
same. We are converting into some CSV format here also. We are converting into CSV format.
Okay.
Then we are storing into the file. Finally we are displaying the payload actually. All are same. So what you are getting finally, hello test, right? Test is the name, right? So see here 200. So if you use Postman, this is the advantage actually. So it will show you the status code also, right? If there's any issue, will come that 404 kind of thing. It will display it. So status code success, then we'll get 200, right? So
Okay.
next one is it will give the time also, how much time it will take for the whole process, right? Whenever you request it, then it should respond, right? So whole response time it will give it actually. That one also can check it.
Okay.
So finally payload we are getting. So that is the fifth thing. Last one is what? 6 is convert to JSON. Yeah. So we are converting to JSON actually. So if you pass the data, once hit the data, so these are data actually. We are sending username equal test and age equal 21. Okay, we are giving JSON format actually. This is a JSON format we are giving. So then we are converting into object. Actually this is a JSON we are passing, right? This is the format of
Yes,
JSON.
yes.
So you should aware these all things actually. So this is a JSON, this is a XML. Okay, this is a format of XML. This is a format of JSON. It's like a key value pair of thing. So username, then
Okay.
value, age, then value. So that is a key value pair of thing. So next, so once you get it now, once you get it, so we are getting as a JSON format, right? So if you want to do some operation on that, we need to convert into some object. So JSON to object. So that is already there here. So JSON to object component is there. Okay, now you have to use
Okay.
here. Then I'm trying to store it as it is same previously how I'm doing same thing. So but these are different. Observe here. Previously we are getting through URL now. So that time you mentioned like message.query parameter something like that, right? You are clear. So now we are
Yes, yes.
getting through payload message.payload of username.
Okay.
Okay, now that is a difference actually. So next again we are checking the condition, get the value and checking the condition, then we are saving the folder and finally we are displaying. Remaining all parts are
Okay.
same. Difference is now we are sending JSON format, previously we were sending XML format. Then
Okay.
once you convert it, so we are trying to store that information. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so this one also I'm trying to hit the request. Grade 6. Okay, now so now we are getting test.
Yeah.
Now we can see the payload also actually after converting. I just keep the debug here. So why I'm converting here, convert to JSON object, JSON to object, because we need to perform some operation on the data. So that's why I'm doing that. See here what type of data we are getting. See here, it's getting something, buffer input stream data we are getting, right?
Okay.
So that's why we are converting into that format. We need to perform some operation on that. See here now it will display as a map. You get it.
Yes.
JSON is nothing but a key
Yes.
value pair, right? That converting as a map. So that's why here,
Okay.
how I am getting the data here, we are passing key, then we are getting value. Message.payload of key. Key is nothing but a username here. So now we are passing that and we are getting the value. You can see here actually size is 2. Then you can see this linked hash map. It will coming as a linked hash map. In the two values we are getting username and age, whatever you are sending, that whole data will that from buffer input stream to it will convert into object. That's a map. JSON to object means it will convert into map. Then if you pass the key now, so in this key if you pass it, that value will get it.
Okay.
Okay, same thing I did here. Next, next. Okay, finally we'll get that test file. Okay, now so that is about Mule expression language. So do you have any questions?